Okay. Um, so basically, we're going to do today. I'm going to share my screen here. So we're going to which one is it? Project 3 here. Project 1. Okay. So we're going to complete ad hoc 1. Okay. So this is the first thing we're going to do for ad hoc 1 at project 1. The first activity says on the exam enrollment worksheet in that itself D4 to F7, use the field series feature to complete the enrollment growth rate of 100 students per year. So what we're going to do is select this year until here. So when we select this one, we want to get the values for here and for these empty columns here. So we're going to grab the field handle here and drag it all the way here to get the values. But in case, like for example, if there is some kind of formatting here and we change it to cells, but we don't want to change the formatting, we just go here, we click here to get to get this drop down menu and refill our formatting, and that's it. For okay, um, okay, for project two, for project one, activity two, we have to on the Proctor worksheet, on the Proctor worksheet, insert C4, insert C4 here, enter the formula that return the cyanide number, cyanide phone number for the cyanide information range using uh, the exact match for the exam is equal to B. So here we have first to determine the formula that we need to look up a value here. So normally most people will use VLOOKUP, but we have to determine like what is the layout of the table here. Here we need these values and they are in horizontal like order here in a row. So what we're going to use instead of VLOOKUP, we're going to use HLOOKUP. So right, just notice like in the name it says VLOOKUP. I'm not sure that it's because it's vertical. When we use a VLOOKUP, I guess I mean that's what's helped me to make a difference between VLOOKUP and HLOOKUP. Also, another thing we need to understand is that when you use HLOOKUP, um, when you use I'll just say that um, when you use an HLOOKUP, we need to determine what we're looking for. Is it an approximate value or an exact match? An approximate value would be something like if, for example, a teacher has to grade students like he has a scale. If, for example, he says B is you get a letter grade B if you have a grade between 70 and 80, for example. But here we concern with we have to deal with phone numbers which are exact numbers. So here we're going to think of it as like an exact match as it's mentioned um yeah in instructions. So here we come here put H lookup and we come here. So the first thing we're going to do here for lookup value is before for the table array. For table array, we're going to select here for okay, let me see. I'm going to say here from it to here to here. Oh no. This is like this one here, 50 cell. And for the row index number, this is basically the third row here. This is what we're looking for here. So this is row 3. And for the range lookup, here notice that we're looking for an exact match. And when is the an exact match? We have an int here. You say we need to write false. So here, the value we're looking for. Activity 3 on the Protos worksheet again, create a macro named header, store the macro in the current workbook, configure the macro to display Massachusetts Testing Center in the center header cell of the active worksheet. So here we need to understand what a macro is. A macro is basically a recording of an activity that you perform so that the worksheet will perform it again on its own when it is needed, because you don't want to have to do it every time because it's so repetitive. You don't want to do it. So what we're going to do first is go to create a macro in Whistle again. We're going to go here, write macro, to view macro here. No, not view macro, the record macro. We need to record a macro. We're going to record a macro here. The macro needs to be called header. That's in the instructions. And here we're going to say B, TTILB, TTILB, TTILB. Okay, we can write a description, but we don't have to, it's not mentioned in the instruction. So what we're going to do is basically perform the action that we want the macro to perform at a later time. So what we're going to do, we come here, page layout, and we're going to, I'm going to copy paste first. Yeah, I'm right here. And I'm going to write Massachusetts Center. That's what I want the macro to write when you're going to perform the activity at a later time. Massachusetts testing center. Testing center. We can go back to normal view. Here. Go back to normal view. And here we need to stop the macro from recording. And basically that's it. Activity 4 on the exam membership. Exam membership. Let me see that. On this one here, we need to modify the pivot table. Modify the pivot table to group the data by the values in the price column. Group the values in step of 100, beginning at 1 and ending at 200. So what we're going to do here, we click here, do right click, and we need to group the data. So we're starting at 1. Ending at 200. Right, 100. And it's set on 100 here. Here. This one here. So basically what we're looking for here. And here, this is the result. So normally there should be values be over and below 100. So this looks right. Yeah. So on the last activity, we need to configure Excel to automatically evaluate um, automatically evaluate um, formulas only when a work will is saved and not instantly data changes. So we go to here, options, file options, and formulas, and workbook calculations. Here is in automatic mode. We need to put it in manual mode in order to have access to this option here. We calculate workbook before it's saved, before saving. Yeah. So this is what we have to do for this last activity. So what I'm going to do here is pause. I'm going to see if I can pause this homework in different steps. Okay. So what I'm going to see if I can submit your assignment, like in a file upload or in a text entry. If you access to the different links, okay, I can do that. So I'm going to stop here to make sure that um, I have access to it is really recording, because sometimes I can do it homework and it's not recording. So I'm going to stop here.